Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today the Lumiose Glitches are hosting the Saffron Powerlings, so both these sides have a lot riding on this matchup as the Powerlings are currently sitting in 5th place, one spot out of an Elite 4 position, whereas the Glitches are in 13th, one place out of a Leaders 8 position. Whoever wins will move up into their respective spots, but with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think will win, and let's go! As I said, the Saffron Powerlings currently sitting in 5th, and they've got 5 wins this season as they start out with Annihilate and Tauros in its Blaze Breed form. It will be Iron Hands and Electros starting out for the Lumiose Glitches, and immediately a spatial run from Tauros onto Electros. Gets a really good hit there, and it is going to be followed up by Annihilate going for the Flying Press also onto Electros. Not very effective, but does just as much damage. Iron Hands going with the Ice Shard onto Annihilate. Gets an okay hit. And Electros going with the Wild Charge onto Tauros, gets a great hit, but it will get some recoil damage from that move. Tauros is going to respond with the Memento. It's going to lower the physical and special attack of Electros, but it is going to eliminate itself from this matchup to do so. That is a huge risk to go this early in the matchup when it was still in a very strong position. Annihilate though with the first impression, and it is too late for first impressions for Annihilate. That only work on the first turn of a Pokemon being out, but the Dynamic Punch will not affect Annihilate from Iron Hands and Electros going for the Aqua Step onto Annihilate. A little bit of damage there, but it is going to boost the speed here of Electros. And out comes Quaquaval, how fitting after the Aqua Step. The Water Spout now from Annihilate onto the two electric types, gets the critical hit onto Electros, but it holds on and still in this matchup. It's going to respond with the Quiver Dance. It should have gone on the offensive, I think, as it does get that special attack boost and special defense boost, but it's such an easy target, even getting the speed boost as well. But Quaquaval could take it out of this matchup right now with the Fire Lash, and that it does. Electros is eliminated. Perfect response by the Saffron Powerlings as Iron Hands with the Fell Stinger onto Annihilate, but very little damage being not very effective, and out comes Ampharos for the Glitches as Annihilate immediately with the Mud Slap. It is super effective, but it's a really weak hit. It will lower that accuracy of Ampharos. However, Quaquaval is going to follow it up with the Mystical Fire, doing more damage to Ampharos and lowering that special attack in the process. 115 base, I might add, but it responds with the Seed Bomb, and that is super effective onto Quaquaval, getting a fantastic hit. And Iron Hands follows it up with the Water Shuriken. This multi-hit move will not be very effective on the part with Water type Quaquaval. Now, the Lumiose Glitches have a 3-4 record this season, and they're in 13th. If they win, they're surely going to move up into a Leaders 8 position. Annihilate with the Thunder Fang onto Iron Hands will not be very effective. Heavily tanked there. Quaquaval follows up with the Blast Burn. It keeps going for these Fire type moves, going for Ampharos. A great hit, and Ampharos responds with the Magic Powder, trying to change Quaquaval into the Psychic type, but it avoids the attack. And Iron Hands with the Poison Tail onto Annihilate. Yet again, not very effective, as Annihilate responds with the Spark, also not very effective in response to Iron Hands. Quaquaval having to recharge after that Blast Burn allows Ampharos to go for the attack order onto Quaquaval. Not very effective, gets a really good hit with that move though, and Iron Hands follows it up by setting up a Sandstorm. This is very questionable having kicked that up, because everybody on the field will be taking damage from this Sandstorm in between turns, and this is very risky because Ampharos is really close to being eliminated, in fact, so it only has a number of turns left if it keeps taking damage from this Sandstorm. Annihilate is going to go for the Fake Tears because it clearly doesn't care that Ampharos is in this position, and lowers Ampharos' special defense in the process. Quaquaval is going to bring down the Judgment onto Iron Hands, gets a great hit there. Ampharos is going to respond with the Fling. It's intending to throw its Leper Berry away at Quaquaval, and such little damage with that not very effective move, and Quaquaval is just going to chow down on that free Leper Berry. And Iron Hands with the Zap Cannon. Now that super effective move will eliminate Quaquaval. This puts the Lumiose Glitches in front for the first time. For the first time since Tauros was eliminated earlier on in this matchup, and Annihilate here taking the damage. So it's a very back and forth match so far, but the Saffron Powerlings could get an easy elimination in the form of Ampharos here. It is an easy target, and out comes Pawmot for the Powerlings. Immediately with the speed advantage, it will spring up high into that sky as it sets up for a bounce. Annihilate is going to go with the Sacred Sword, and this will take out Ampharos, immediately leveling the playing field for the Saffron Powerlings. Iron Hands responds though with the Flatter onto Annihilate. And what this is going to do is it's going to boost Annihilate's special attack, but it will leave it confused. Now, Annihilate is more of a physical attacker, as are most of the fighting type Pokemon. You do not want to take a punch from any of these, that is for sure. As that Sandstorm continues to do damage to everybody on the field. And out comes Magnezone, who will not feel the effects of the Sandstorm, but that bounce comes down from Pawmot. Iron Hands holds on. Annihilate could eliminate it here if it's able to shake off this confusion. But it is unsuccessful, and it does damage to itself. This opens the door for Magnezone to go for the Horn Drill, but it doesn't affect Annihilate. Iron Hands, however, with the Heat Wave, hits both Pawmot and Annihilate, but Annihilate holds on. But the Sandstorm will finish it off, so Annihilate is taken out of this matchup. And yet again, the Lumiose Glitches are back in front. However, Iron Hands is eliminated by that Sandstorm as well, so we're back to a level playing field. Serena comes out for the Power Links, and Rotom comes out for the Lumiose Glitches, and immediately Serena is going to Terrastallize into a fighting type Pokemon. You do not want to take one of those kicks from this previous grass type. That 120 base attack is actually higher than what Annihilate's 115 base attack is. And Pawmot with the Noble Roar, welcoming Rotom in its fan form to the field, and Rotom will have its attack and special attack lowered. And it's really good to have Rotom fan because it is a part flying type, so it will have that type in advantage over the Power Links. As it goes for the Leech Seed onto Pawmot, Pawmot is seeded. It will lose some health in between turns that will go towards Rotom. We get the double team now from Serena. Is going to boost its evasiveness, making it harder for the Lumiose Glitches to hit it, but the Icicle Spear onto Pawmot will connect from Magnezone. It's a multi-hit move. It could potentially get the elimination. It's got 3. It's got 4. One more could potentially do it, but Pawmot holds on. However, the Sandstorm is still in effect, except it's just subsided, so Pawmot survives. But the Leech Seed, I forgot about the Leech Seed, which will sap that health and go to Rotom. Pawmot is eliminated, and out comes Gallade as the last Pokemon for the Saffron Power Links. Rotom immediately going for the Stone Edge onto Gallade. Not very effective, however, and Gallade is going to respond with the Brave Bird. It will get recoil damage on this not very effective move to Magnezone, and there is that recoil taking place. Serena is going to follow it up with the Gyro Ball onto Rotom. Also not very effective there. And Magnezone with the Mortal Spin, but Serena is able to avoid that attack. However, it does connect with Gallade, and it will leave it poisoned. So it only has a matter of time before it is potentially eliminated by this poisoning, unless the electric types can do it first. So it will need to act quick. Rotom, however, is going to go with the Heavy Slam onto Gallade. Gets an okay hit for that move. Gallade is going to respond with the Aqua Ring, though, trying to offset the poisoning. This could be a really good play, Serena itself with that Veil of Water, because it will restore health in between turns. And then we get the Mystical Fire onto Magnezone, super effective from Serena there. And it is going to lower that special attack of Magnezone in the process, who responds with the Flame Charge onto Serena. Not doing as much damage in response, but it does boost Magnezone's speed stat. That is only 60. It does make it the slowest Pokemon on the field at the moment. And there is that Veil of Water trying to offset the poisoning. It will only do so much for a matter of time. There is Magnezone, now the quickest Pokemon on the field, goes for the Venoshock onto Gallade. Gallade is able to hold on. Rotom could finish it off here, but goes for the Baby Doll Eyes instead. This is going to lower that attack stat of Gallade. Gallade is going to respond with the Dragon Breath, though, onto Magnezone. Not very effective. And Serena is going to follow it up with the Explosion. And with that move, Serena has eliminated itself. Magnezone holds on, but Rotom and Gallade are both eliminated, which means that the Saffron Power Links have just handed the victory to the Lumiose Glitches, and they really needed this win here. But now the Glitches have gotten 3 wins in a row as Rotom does leave the field. We don't even know who the last Pokemon for the Lumiose Glitches was, and we will not find out, so that mystery will last. But with that victory, the Lumiose Glitches have moved themselves up into the Leaders 8 in 11th place, whereas the Power Links have dropped down to 7th, and next round the Power Links will be taking on the Levere Candy Huts, whereas the Glitches will be taking on the Moss Deep Mystics. But until then, Nidorinas and Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.